minutes late for our flight into Columbus from Fort Lauderdale. So we asked them, what do we do? And we wanted to get a plane for later that night to get home. And she looked up and said there was nothing available for us to get home until Monday evening. So our options were to rent a car, get a hotel, stay in Fort Lauderdale for a couple days, or rent a car and come home. So we took option 2. We rented a car. We're on our way home. But the other bad part was, it's a good thing we did that because we probably wouldn't have got a hotel anyway. Because we drove yesterday and we went all through Florida, stopped many a times, got online, and there was nothing available until we stayed where?
Savannah, Georgia.
Yes. So we drove all the way to Savannah, Georgia, and finally found a hotel. I guess it was Bike Week in Daytona, and everywhere was filled up all through Florida. So we drove till 2, like a little bit after 2 in the morning before we could find a hotel that had one vacant spot left for us. That's what they said anyway. But yeah, so Spirit didn't even. We asked them what do we do, and they're like, we don't know. Well, do we get our money back? Do you give us some money to go get a hotel if we have to stay? Do you give us the rent-a-car? What do you guys do to make this right? And they said they'll send us the second part, I guess that trip from Florida to Columbus. They'll reimburse us for that, but when you fly with them, you have to buy your seats, you have to pay for your luggage, so all that better be sent back too, or they're going to have me on the phone. So yeah, I would never fly with Spirit again. I mean, if you have a late flight, or a flight that you get there late, it seems like you'd hold up some other planes so people could get on there. And we weren't 19 minutes late to get on the plane. We were 19 minutes late from checking in our baggage. So our plane was still sitting there, but we couldn't, it seems like they would just say, oh, okay, our mistake, and take our bags and put them somewhere in the plane. But no. So yeah, our plane was sitting there and we could not get on it because our luggage couldn't get on there. So we went to, where did we go, Budget first?
Yeah.
We went to Budget, told them we need to get a car to get back to Columbus, and then we'd be leaving the car in Columbus. We weren't bringing it back. And I guess a restock charge. They wanted almost $900 for us to rent a car to go home. No. So then we went to Avis. And it was better, but still not much better, but it was better than the other one, so. But it all happened. Can't change it. And we had a beautiful vacation besides all the little stuff. But yeah, as far as being in Cancun at the Dream Sands Resort, I wouldn't change that for anything. That was great. I guess you gotta take a little bit of bad with the good, but we have been told on a few occasions never to had nothing to help us out. Like, just, oh, we don't know what to do.
Yeah, it was the Fort Lauderdale airport. It wasn't like a big airport like you'd see. They have restaurants and stuff like that. You'd have been hurting. If you didn't have money for a rent-a-car, hotel, whatever. You'd have been in bad shape. Spirit's bad. Yeah. Don't fly, Spirit.
And then when we rented the car, the guy was telling us he flew with Spirit once. He would never fly with Spirit again. Actually, going through the airport, we heard a lot about Spirit, not to fly with Spirit. And we never will again. And the thing is, I've never had a problem with Southwestern.
Southwest, yeah.
Yeah, Southwest. I've never had a problem with them. They are a little more expensive. Well, I don't know if they are in the end a little more expensive. But,
Not this time.
huh?
Not this time.
Well, no, not this time. But, you don't have no hidden costs when you go with Southwestern. Your bags are paid, your seats paid. Once you pay that price, everything's paid. Here, we had to pay for our seats. We had to pay for our luggage, and we had to, if you wanted something to drink or eat on the plane, you had to pay for it. They didn't even give you a drink while you're on the plane. We had to pay some kind of tax fee. So yeah, everything, it added up.
Yeah, there's hidden costs.
We should have just went Southwestern and forgot to try all this cheaper stuff, but
I could
it
have
went
dealt.
cheaper in the end.
I could have dealt with everything except the Spirit thing.
Yeah.
The COVID, because we had to get a COVID test. That wasn't bad. You know, $35 for each test. The tax that they gave us was $11 a person. That's no big deal. But when you tell somebody you're going to fly them home and then you don't fly them home and you just leave them stranded, that's not good. Never again.
It's just, some people take traveling just enough money to travel. What if something really happens like this? You're really like homeless and stranded and can't eat, and they aren't going to worry about you at all because it was their fault. I mean, I think if a plane is late picking you up, stop some of those planes that are going. I mean, I think there was a lot of people going to Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of people had connecting flights.
Yeah.
And you could see them panicking when they were trying to get their luggage, because you had to get your luggage. You had to go through immigration, and then you had to go check your bags in again and get on your next flight. And you could see the panic in the people trying to get their luggage and get to their next flight. And I'm sure they got it just like we did.
And I understand if you're on Spirit and then your second plane is, say, some other plane, of course they can't hold those up. But if you're on Spirit and you're getting on another Spirit, they should know, well, there's like 20 people that aren't getting on here because they're not through customs, so we're waiting, you know, half hour, 45 minutes or something, because we were late. Make the other people be late too. I don't know. But anyways,